Hello. Hope you can hear me alright. I'm at this lovely little river. It's really beautiful. Like, do you hear that? Exactly. There's nothing, and it's awesome. But I wanted to talk about estrogen, because I've been on it about 7 months now, and I thought it was about time for a little update, because the last time I talked about it, I'd only just taken it, and of course a lot happens in 7 months, and I thought this would be a great place to do it. I walked that way a bit, and I accidentally disturbed a mother duck and her eggs, and I was walking along, and I noticed that, and I was like, oh, oops, because I saw like a little nest on the ground, so I thought I'd walk back here. In about 2 days, I think it'll be exactly my 7-month mark, so I thought I'd just talk about how things are going, and spoiler, it's gone pretty great. But of course there's always like hiccups and stuff with these things, so if you don't know, I started on injections. I was monodosing on estradiol and amphate. It's DIY HRT, you know, and you can't get that through the NHS, and certainly wasn't waiting for it. There's a train going by. What a loud train. Oh, hello, butterfly. I'd say my only issue with like injections itself, not even relating to the estrogen, is probably just, it makes me quite anxious to do an injection. I actually started asking my mum to inject me, and she's been doing that. She's been great, and that's been helping out a lot, but you know, I want to be more independent with it, so I think I might try and move to gels or something like that, and then be on an anti-androgen. At least that's my plans at the moment. I haven't looked into it massively a lot, but that's what I want to do at the moment. And it's purely just because of the anxiety of injecting. I mean, I've had waves of it, have been pretty bad and pretty good. It is pretty decent now that I'm not the one who's actually injecting myself. So if I could give any advice to anyone who's gone on to estrogen, maybe if you're a little bit anxious about injections and stuff like that, even if it's just a little bit, I would maybe not go on to that as your source of estrogen. I'd say mentally as well, it's made me like a little bit more anxious, I feel like, kind of in like a puberty way. But it's weird because it helps with my anxiety because I'm being like more myself, but it's also like making me more anxious because hormones and that, which also doesn't help with the injection anxiety. So it's like you're doing something that makes you a bit anxious, that makes you more anxious, so not the best.
Where the fuck is this gone?
No.
But I've been much happier. I was in a really, really, quite frankly, horrible place when I started estrogen. I don't know if it's because I wasn't on estrogen or, like, you know, dysphoria, stuff like that, but I know there's a couple of things going on, and I was just in a really bad place, but I'm in a much better place now than I was then, and much happier being on estrogen. Quite a few changes, mainly with, like, fat redistribution and stuff like that. Like my face as well. My face, the redistribution on my face is like really nice. Like, because I also got a haircut, so I've got a fringe now, and that really helps shape my face a bit better. But then that with the fat redistribution is really awesome. Like, I used to avoid mirrors, but now I'm like seeking them out and looking at them and being like, dude, that looks so fucking cool. And I'm just happy to look at myself. I'm happy to see myself. I just feel much more like a functional human being. Of course, it didn't fix everything, but it's made a lot of things a lot better and more possible. Like, life just feels a bit more possible. Like, I couldn't really imagine myself being over 30. Not that I had a plan to do anything, but it was just like, it was really difficult to imagine myself being over 30. I don't know why that was the age that was in my mind, but it was, and now I'm alright with being over 30. I mean, I'm 21, but I mean, like, just thinking about the future, I'm okay with it. I mean, I've got a lot more body confidence than just confidence in myself. My skin is also so soft. Sometimes I'm just like feeling my skin. I'm like, oh, this is so soft, dude. But I think I've heard because I'm monodosing, it won't really do much for stopping body hair and stuff. And I haven't really noticed body hair or facial hair slowing down that much. So I think that maybe switching to using like anti-androgens and stuff is going to be better for me. I don't really know what to say, to be honest. I'm just happier. I think there's a fish or something down there. There's something in the waters. I'm much happier and life feels more possible. I've definitely changed as a person. I don't really know how to explain it, but I have changed positively, at least the way I think of it. I think I'm a bit more positive towards the world, but also sometimes a bit negative. Because, like, for example, I stopped using, like, Instagram, and I've just been trying to be a bit less online and stuff, and now I look really negatively towards people that still do. And I don't really know if that's right of me, I don't think it is, but maybe it's just a projection of how I feel about when I used to, scroll on Instagram reels and stuff like that. But, I'm a lot healthier now, like, physically as well. Like, right now I'm, like, on a hike, and I've been doing a few of those recently, just, by myself. I've been spending more time with myself, which has been really good for me, I think. Helping me, like, figure myself out, know what I want to do in the future more. I've been getting into, like, fitness and stuff, like going to the gym and stuff. I've just been using, like, weights and a bench that I've got at home, but I'm wanting to join a gym soon. Been, like, hitting protein goals, stuff like that. I've actually been eating pretty healthily, which has been really nice. I started on CBD oil as well, which has helped with my like, anxiety a bit, which has been really nice. Oestrogen definitely saved my life. If not in a literal sense, of me still being alive, it's made my life more worthy or more valuable to me. At least that's the way I look at it. I don't really know how to put it in words, but everything used to be black and white, and now everything's got much more colour, and I'm doing things with my life that I actually want to do, rather than just waiting for it to pass by. I'm more of a person who can be social and who can be related to and be relatable. I more openly express my interests and myself as a person. I'm more excited about life and doing things. Life is just worth it now, and it's hitting me for the first time that life is worth it. Actually, a few months ago, I realised that for the first time in 20 years of living, I loved myself. And it was kind of bittersweet, because I realised that I hadn't been loving myself for 20 years, but it was nice that I now finally am. Like, it's still hard to not look back and go, wow, imagine if I had thought about this a bit longer, or something like that. But I didn't. I just, I thought, oh, that's a weird thought, and then moved on, or thought it was a joke or something. I just joked about it. Like, I feel like as if I was in my baby trans phase for, like, a couple of years, but without identifying as trans, which is really weird, and I don't think a lot of people could really relate to that, understandably. And that's just kind of a bit weird, because now, like, I'd say I'm much more comfortable with my gender identity. I don't know, I'm just much more comfortable in myself and what I want to do, what I want. I feel more internally validated. It's just an awesome feeling. It's kind of weird to describe, but like, in a broad sense, I would say that now I'm happy. Again, I've still got my problems, but they are possible to face, thanks to transitioning. Like, I remember when I uploaded those, like, 3 videos that kind of banged online, my family found them. Not, like, found them, but, like, I don't think I sent it to any of them, but I talked about them, and they found it. It's actually how my family found out that I'm trans, which I think, really, looking back, it was the best way it could have happened. Because I think my dad was, like, subscribed to my YouTube channel or something, and it just popped up on his homepage of the early transgender experience, and he's like, oh, alright. And I think that's just kind of funny, but I think realistically it was the best way for them to find out. But it was really nice as well, because my brother watched it as well. Like, everyone was just saying that, like, I sounded so mature, and it was really great to hear me speak like that, which I thought was really awesome. Like, my brother said, I can't remember exactly what he said, but he was, suppose you'd see your younger sibling kind of grow into themselves and grow a personality and stuff like that, but, I guess he didn't really expect it in this way. But it was really nice to see, like, everyone really just receive it really positively. I think realistically it kind of maybe helped a bit with the transition. Just having like this big positive community kind of coming around you. But then also people relating, so it was like I did a nice thing for people, which I'm really happy about. I'm really happy that the way those videos went down. I feel like as if my relationship with people, like, you know, friends, family, all that is better too. Just everything improves once you start transitioning. Although it's weird, because like when you go outside you can't help but feel like as if the chances of you being hate crimed or like assaulted or something have gone up exponentially. But you know, you deal with that as it comes. I haven't really experienced much transphobia or any at all. Only like online and stuff, but that's where like degenerates go. Except for you guys. I don't really know how long I've been yapping for, but estrogen's awesome. This haircut's awesome. I'm not going to show you all of it because then I'd have to show my face, so sorry. But I don't know, I've been trying to get more into like how I dress myself and stuff as well, because now it's kind of like, you know, I'm dressing for a body that I like, I'm exercising for a body that I want, I'm doing skincare for a face I want, you know, everything's awesome. Hey, this is post me at home. Also a month after this was recorded because I procrastinated like crazy editing this. But hey, I'm doing it now, so cool. But if I could just add to this a bit, I don't know if I don't think I quite realised I was experiencing this back then, but I feel like as if I've been experiencing a lot of that internalised transphobia that a lot of people talk about, or like at least I've seen a fair few people talk about that. And I never really understood that, or I never really got what they were talking about, and I thought I didn't get it, but then I realised I did when I kind of thought of myself not being included in the group that you'd call like female or women. And it would just come out in the ways that I'd be like talking about like women in general or stuff like that. But I think it's like low-key it's gonna be chill and fine, because the way I think of it, once I kind of realise I'm doing something or thinking in a certain way, it's gonna be fine, because I've realised that I'm doing that, and now I can kind of help myself not do that, you know? But I think, like, unfortunately maybe it's just a part of transitioning, because like, really I'm pretty early in my transition. I'm like 7, maybe 8 months in at this point actually. I haven't done voice training, I haven't really done something to give myself euphoria in a while, which I'm aware of, and I'm gonna try and fix that. But like right now it's just kind of in that phase of almost like not letting me see myself as a woman, you know? But you know, I'll go through it and it'll be chill and fine and quite possibly even awesome as well. So, yeah. But apart from that, everything has been pretty awesome. I've just been trying to get on with life and head towards goals and stuff I have. But the transitioning side's been cool.
I don't have a waterfall.
I listen to